Welcome back everyone to my latest Galactic Civilizations 3 Let's Play, showing off the Snathi and the new Precursor Worlds DLC. I haven't been able to show you any of the new Precursor Worlds yet though, because I haven't actually found any. In fact, I've only been able to find one more habitable planet other than the starting home world in the first 10 turns of the game. But it's very early on now, there's going to be 60 odd planets on this map, so yeah, going to be a lot of planets to colonize if I can find them. So speaking of that, I've got a ton of scouts all over the place and colony ships moving in certain directions. I think I'm ready to end the turn, so let's do that. And we've actually found a minor race, or they found a minor race. So can't actually talk to them yet though, because we do not have the diplomatic translator technology. That's something I may want to remedy, but I've just got the supported population technology, which increases our morale. So morale should be pretty good now. I will actually stick that in the list next, but I don't think it's worthwhile researching it just to talk with one minor race. I probably need to find some more other races before I really make a huge use of that. So I'm going to switch from research focus now to a production focus. Let's switch that to 25%, and on home world let's also switch our focus there. Sadly I don't have 30, so I can't actually make a factory in a turn, which is a pain actually. So maybe I should have bought one more factory, but I'm kind of concerned about spending all my money. Don't want to do that. Oh, there's another one there which I hadn't realised, so actually probably maybe I should have bought that one there. Two there. Place that there, let's place that there, and I might place a couple more there in a minute. So yeah, I think that'll do there. Now what am I gonna do? This colony ship lacks range to come up there, sadly. The surveyor ship will come back. Oh, I've actually found a planet, good. So Henben, say class 10 planet. It's not a precursor world though, sadly. That's a frozen world which requires extreme colonization technology, so I haven't got that yet. Right, ruler 3. Now I modded my games so there are less precursor worlds than there would be normally on this map size. I've modded it so there's 9 instead of 18. 18 is way too many, but it doesn't seem like that currently because we haven't found any. Let's move up here. I'm sure Startup will actually change the game in a future patch to lessen the amount of precursor worlds. There's too many currently. They haven't done it yet. I think they wanted to show them off basically, so that's why they have got so many in the standard version of the game. Right, so we scouted there. Where else am I going to go with this? Can't come over here still. I think I'm going to have to build a constructor to increase my range, it would seem. Oh, I'm actually out of movement with that. But I need to get my factories up first. Can't really afford to buy a constructor, leaving me a bit too low on money, in my opinion. I can increase my range by getting a colony over there, but the colony ship I do have is too far away. Little ship. Let's come down here. So there are 4 other empires. Probably can't really figure out where they might be yet, or they got to be a star somewhere. Hopefully not too near to me. Shipyard idle. So I'm actually going to switch this to social as well. And that one I could switch it to manufacturing also. Okay. Population goes up so quickly now that I'm actually going to hit the food cap before I can even make farms. There's not much I can do about that. So I'm going to be wasting population arguably. This can continue coming down here. It's probably not worthwhile burning it over there. I think if there is a planet over there I will colonize it. Could really do with extending the range. Semi-tempted to buy a colony ship to get over there. How much range would I need? I think it's a bit too much though. I'm gonna hold off. I'll get my manufacturing up. It's really important to leave a certain amount back so you can run at a deficit, in my opinion, for a while. Okay, right, let's rule 3 there. Let's come back over here. Really is a lack of anomalies as well, so I can't use those. If I could find some anomalies, I could get a bit more money and then I'd be able to afford extra things. This factory, actually, I think I'm going to buy that this turn. 26 credits. I'm going to switch this back to research. I'm going to have to remember to change this next turn. So, 75 there. Thulium. Okay. Scout ship, right, ruler 3, we've done there. My lack of range is really causing me issues now. It's becoming a bit of a problem. If I was going to get a colony ship up there, it would just cost too much. It really would. I don't think I can do it. Even the cheapest colony ship, which wouldn't have the range to get there, would be 690. It's just, yeah, dipping into that too much. I have to get factories to go up in a minute. Right, so we just found a minor race, so they found us. Not sure where. Okay, I can come up here. So not a particularly good start here, really, to be honest, with this map. Okay, there's a miner. That's come down there. We'll bring that round there. Idle ship. No planet still. I'll come down here with this, I think. That's can come up here. How much would a constructor cost? Cheapest one. So what's it called? Improviser. That's 690. This one's too much. Yet another minor race. Minor races were actually the amounts that you get is increased in a recent patch. Was set to 0, I think, by default previously. Right, so there's actually a colony there. Using that trick as well to go click in a distant, off in the distance can make it go outside its range. Okay, it's buggy then. Is that in range? No, it's not. Okay. Let's switch back to production. Did I forget that last time? Hopefully not. Probably did actually though, I'm not sure. Right, let's put that over to there. So we can now get factories done in a turn. So I'm going to build 2 more and then I might start making colony ships if I've got enough. It's actually really important to get that as quickly as possible, but to get that I actually need to colonize and I need 2 more planets before I can get it. If I want to increase the manufacturing. So we know where 2 are. Right, let's end the turn. So something moved there, not sure what it was. Right, if I'm unable to colonize there, I should probably bring that over to there, I think. Right, don't think there is anything there. That can come down here. Pretty unfortunate start then. in patch 1.4 I played most of the game and I didn't find it too difficult on Godlike, so yeah, if we can have a hard game here it'd be pretty good, I think, by having a bad start. Okay. That can come up here. I've only played about 48 turns of this patch so far. Right, I can come there. Right, I think that's it for the turn. We're getting factories done in a turn. That's nearly done. That's nearly done. Next turn. Could move that out a bit more over there, possibly. So there's one possible tile. It could be a planet. Probably shouldn't have bothered looking for that though. It's very unlikely. Let's head off towards Hemben. I think the first colony ship I make will be to grab that, perhaps. Maybe I should make a constructor first though to give me range up here. There's tons of stars up here, so I really need to get the range, don't I? So, which I don't currently have. There's not any point going for range tech in a tech tree. There isn't much I could get anyway anytime soon. It's better to make constructors. Right. Or just colonize if you can. Yeah, your planets actually increase your range, of course. Right, so this can move there. That's can move there. A rule of 3, so we can see all around there. Scouts have run out of stuff to do now. Idle colony. So 40 odd production, 9 there. Should I make more factories? I think I might, because that's not a lot, honestly. I want to get stuff built in every couple of turns, or every turn preferably. Let's make another factory. The adjacency bonus gives an extra 5% to your production, so it's well worth getting. So, and yeah, the percentage amount basically modifies your raw production amount. That's how it calculates it. Your raw production amount is determined usually by your population and other bonuses. Right. So I can switch both of their production to that one shipyard. That's 9. How much was that? 50 production. I want about 60 odd probably, so we nearly got enough. At least 60 odd currently. And 10. Not a great start though. Right, this can move to there. That can continue down here. Row 3. Still no planets. I'm almost at the point where I'm regretting not getting a constructor out, buying it perhaps, but I don't know. That can come over there. So how much? Right, I've actually got 22 points in there. So I could probably, how much do I need to finish at then? 8 stats. So I can probably start to put production into a shipyard. Now, what's the distance to that planet? Well, actually I'm going to use that one to colonize that. So you can check the range here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need 10 more than this has range. So I need a colony ship with 38.8. Now, do I have any design that have that range? That range is 36, so it's just out, which is a pain in the ass. how can I do something about that then? That really is a pain in the ass. Is that correct? Right, so I'm gonna have to modify a ship here. Okay, so I'm modifying one of my previously made Denmaker colony ships. So I've basically taken off one of the engines and added on some life support, which is a bit tinier, less in cost than the environmental support. I want to keep these as cheap as possible, basically. So this is why I'm going to the trouble of doing this. So let's save as well. Something that's really useful actually is that you can hide components as well, so they don't show up on the ship. So that one, for example, I positioned there, but I've hidden it, so you can't actually see it. Right, so this has got 3 range modules, 2 life supports. There, I think that's all correct. And let's check something out here. So I'm gonna save that as a template so it comes in future games. Right, so that's done. Now I need to add that to the actual shipyard. So let's make that there, 127. So I need 64 production to get that done in a turn. Do I have that? 45, I don't think I do actually. So it will take me 3 turns to get done. Let's modify this. Now I need 8 to get that factory done. So 9 I'll do there, I think. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. This is counting some of that one as well. So there's no way to easily figure this out, probably. Is that, well, it says it's doing it in 1 turn, so I'm going to trust that. Right, so that's done. I think everything's done for the turn. 12 there. I could put that on immediately, but I don't think I will. Get the factory done first. Right, end turn. Okay. Right, now I should be able to switch these around completely. So let's put that on military. Let's add planet here. Navis. Oh, we get 20% bonus from the Snathi ability. I'd forgotten that, so I wasn't factoring that in. So in actuality, my production is now to 73. So yeah, 2 turns left on that. That factory was completed, and in fact I've even got quite a bit left over, surprisingly. Maybe I should make another factory then. There. 27. You know what? Let's oh, did I have it made on social? I probably, yeah, I think I put down the wrong one anyway, wrong side. I'll do. So is that 2 turns? Yeah. Okay. So I made the right mess of that, but kind of worked out just about. This can come down here. This is looking for planets, not finding any. So I definitely want to bring a scout down here since my range is going to be extended very shortly over there, and likewise when that colony ship gets there. So well, I think I'll bring that over there. I need to make a constructor over there in a minute to extend range up here. So I'll probably do that after getting that colony ship out. That can come over here. Right, rule 3. If you go on an asteroid, it actually takes a few movement points. Okay. Colony. So this is going to be a research world because it had a huge boost off an event. So I think I built that there. And put research up here perhaps. I need the terraforming tech so I can figure out where I can actually colonize later on. I know roughly because it's always going to be on the land. So I think that's ocean, those bits are. Maybe. Or certainly not colonizable areas. Right, so I think we're ready to end the turn. That gets done in 2 turns. Next turn. The Snathi don't really start off with any tech like some races do, like the Iridium Corporation, so I can't, there's not an awful point in me getting that to trade it yet. The miners that I know about, I know about a few I think though. Yeah, a few. So I haven't met a major yet though. Okay, oh actually anomaly, but that's a ship graveyard, so that's usually protected. Right, this scout, come up here. Nebula, so I probably want to avoid those. What is that? That's a... right, that's coming down here. It's only the survey ship that can find anomalies at the start. Right, so Snathi Prime finished doing that. Good, really good manufacturing now. Let's switch fully, then not that it matters probably. It's there. Do I... I'm well, 78. How much is it providing? 12. I probably need it to help out actually neighbours. Maybe just about. It's pretty close though. Kind of like to start making research buildings there actually. So that's done next turn. That's slowly coming over. Right, next turn. Okay, so that's completed. What's the population now? Now that's actually capped out its population, hasn't it? So I should probably take most of the population off there if possible. And I'm bringing this down here, so hopefully I calculated correctly and this does actually have the correct range. So let's take it... yeah, I should take it off there. 1 billion... I'll do 1.5, okay. So range, yeah, perfect calculation, just in range. So I could make a... I'm just going to click straight on it that way. I should arguably go through the fog so I can see resources, but this is a lot quicker. Okay. Should I check out the graveyard? Now because the Snathi have a lot less hit points, these pirates are a much bigger threat. Much bigger threat. I think I will attack it though, but this is really risky. Scavenger is almost dead. I think this is a bad idea. I have actually, in the 40 turns I played with a Snathi before, actually I had taken on a graveyard and won. But I think I lost. Ooh. Actually I won by the skin of my teeth, so I got 2 hit points left I think. So oh brilliant, so the ship Pirate Attacker 1 has been scavenged. So the 25% chance of that happening happened. That's the Snathi's ability. We get the anomaly survey video. That was actually the first anomaly. This is new as well, new graphic for anomalies, very nice. 1 wormhole too many. Spelling mistake, typical Stardock. Scavenger M0. So we actually got 2 ships out of that. Oh wow. We actually gained a new survey ship, so that was worth the risk. 2 hit points left, and we got a new scavenger and a pirate ship that is down to 1 hit point, but should start to repair. So the current, I don't have, right, I'm gonna have to bring that back to my range probably. Let's go there. This is this the damage one? I think I'll find out about that as well. There's a rule of 3 I haven't done quite around there either. And this one, we're going to colonize there very soon, so I'll get range up here, so I'm going to bring that back up there. In fact, it's actually got slightly different modules, it would seem, to my other survey ship, so I can already come out to more extensive ranges. I think that one has an extra movement point that has more range. Right. So, what is this? This is Scout, Delirium. The game has a lot more Durantium because that's on asteroids than any other resource. I hope that Stardock actually balances it eventually, so they all have similar amounts. At the moment, I think picking up the Durantium weapons and the weaponry, the railgun type guns, is a best idea, just because it's have a lot more resources. If it was more evenly balanced, then that wouldn't be the case. This Scout, where's it going? Down here. Okay. Shipyard. Oh, we've completed whatever I was making. Now I probably need a constructor. I probably need to redesign one because I haven't actually got one designed in the here yet. Something I should mention as well, one of the things that massively bugs me, and I really think the Stardock should really get a lot of flack for not having done anything about it, is the lack of options here. Basically, there aren't any. You've got user, which is the only one that's actually useful. Core, God knows what that is, or enhanced, I think that's probably extra resources, but there should be an alphabetical option, there should be a ship class option, there should be a cost option, there should be loads of options here that you can select one at least, if not more than one, to actually narrow down the list here. Now this list can get huge. If you're one of the if you're a person who plays, for example, one race only, like the Terrans for example, then your ship list is probably going to be 50, 100, 200 ships long. Finding the ships in that list is going to be impossible. So I have no idea why Stardock haven't made changes to this. It'd probably take them half an afternoon to actually update this and add more options. Even if it took longer, even if it took a week of bloody work on it, they should have done it by now. Over 6 months after the release of the game. It's pretty ridiculous they haven't done anything there. Yeah, let's actually create a new constructor ship. So I've updated a few different improviser or constructor ship designs. There's this one which is a couple of constructor modules on it. That one has an extra engine, but this is the improviser I'm going to be using in the short term at least. So this has got only one constructor module on it, but it has decent range and a lot of engines, so it can get where I need it to go in a very quick time. Quite expensive though. So what I'm going to be doing is adding those into the shipyard list, a couple of those if I can find them. So one there and one there. It's going to take 4 turns to do. I'm going to place one up here to grab all of those thulium resources and extend my range up here. And I think I'll stick one over here as well so I can get range over here. Hopefully there isn't another empire over there or over there, so I can grab a decent amount of planets in those directions without too much problems. But yeah, I'm sure there's an empire or two up here and one over here. I'm pretty sure of it. It's bound to be. So yeah, I think I've pretty much done for the turn now, so let's end the turn. Okay. I've also slightly changed the music settings as well, which I'll quickly show you. So I lowered these from 40 to 30 and I upped that by a couple. So hopefully music's okay for you. In that last battle I did, it was very loud, wasn't it, against the pirates? So hopefully that'll mean you'll be able to hear me when I'm talking over the battles. Right, so what ships have I got left to move here? So I've got this very damaged Scamder ship.